Well, welcome. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate everybody being here. Can everybody hear me okay if I stand back here? Yeah, all right. Great, yeah. Good. Well, so let's see. First of all, really excited about this event. It's our annual gathering of our community. There's lots of people from the Front Range. Of course, our scholars are here. There's also a couple dozen folks from outside of the Front Range. And we've got over 30 of our scholar alums here. So, this is an event that we plan to grow every year, and it's an opportunity for our community to really come together. Really excited about it. I'm Pete Burridge. I'm the founder and CEO of Greenhouse, and I'm going to talk a little bit, and then two way more interesting people are going to talk after me. So I'll try and keep it as brief as I can, and as somebody said to me the other day that worked with me for a long time, I don't really think you know how. But I will try. So I'm going to talk about two simple concepts, what and how. Let's start with what. So what matters in life? What are we going to do about it? What are we going to leave behind? What are we going to do about people and planet? What is your contribution? What is my contribution? So the concept of what. And I think now more than ever, we should be thinking and talking about that. At least in my lifetime, I think this is the most important point in time to be talking about that. So a few stories that are my context. My good fortune of winning the parent lottery. My parents led with their actions. My father was somebody that literally never treated another person poorly. He was also relentlessly positive. Now I have to say my younger brother is here, and I know right now he's saying, why is he saying was? Because he is still alive. So that was my error. So that is a little bit about his what in a really simple sense. At the peak of his career, he was on 17 company boards, 12 were nonprofits, and that's a little bit of his how, so I'm ahead of myself a bit. And then my mother, she was one of our first donors. I got a note in the mail with a $50,000 check, and the note said, what you're doing is important. I'm sure it will be a success. So that was how she thought about it. Andra Poole, she's one of the senior executives at Greenhouse. I don't think there's a week that goes by when she isn't helping one of our scholar alums with a connection, a job opportunity, some sort of, moving them forward on their journey. So she is taking action. That's how she thinks about it. Lauren Hudgins, another of our senior executives at Greenhouse Scholars, she set up a 15-minute meeting on my calendar a couple months ago, and she said, hey, why aren't you doing anything about our We Rise Equality Initiative? And more importantly, the next sentence was, whatever it is, I'm in, let me know what you need. So whether it's my folks or Lauren and Andra, they understand their what, and they understand about taking intentional action regarding their how. So let's talk about how. I have the wrong page. What did I just do? 1 second. Well, he's pretty close. You got to be in the family to understand any of that humor. So all right, let's talk about how. So how can we be our most effective, productive, useful? How can we have our biggest impact as people here on the planet? I think it starts with attitude, and that's something we all have complete control over. And so one of the ways that we display our attitude at Greenhouse is through community building. So we think about it as a big tent approach. For us, that means bring them in, sign them up, collaborate, focus on shared goals, shared intentions, shared ideas, and don't talk about things that divide and pick on people's words. We're taking our attitude of inclusion and building a big tent community. So that's an attitude component for us. Our attitude drives that, and then we follow it with our actions. So got a buddy from college used to say to me all the time, Pete Burridge, talk is cheap. And I think that is more true today than any time I can think of. So what do you care about? What do you have passion around? How can you stay involved, engage, sign up, take action? I'm going to quote some famous people. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I'm going to start with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's right. So effort increases action. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates success. Ralph Waldo Emerson, good luck is another name for tenacity of purpose. Leonardo da Vinci, I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Being willing is not enough, we must do. And then Harriet Tubman, always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and to change the world. So these are all the people I've been mentioning that understood their what and their how. So what are we doing at Greenhouse? So for 17 years, our vision, create a community of leaders who will evolve the communities of the world. That is our what. We are clear, intentional, and relentless about our what. So how is it going? Here's a sampling of results. 97% of Greenhouse scholars graduate from college compared to only 15% of low-income first-generation students nationally. Starting salaries of Greenhouse scholars are 2 times that of both their parents and are 22% higher than their peers, changing the trajectory of entire families. We have started and implemented 368 nonprofit and for-profit businesses, change initiatives, and projects. We have directly affected over 4,000 communities. An additional 90,000 people are directly impacted by Greenhouse every year through mentoring, volunteering, community initiatives, presentations, entrepreneurship, and more. And that's over 1,200,000 people that are outside of our community since our founding. So thank you, but more. The point is that we're about community. We're getting there. Grow a community of leaders that will evolve the communities of the world. The community is mentioned twice in our vision. All of you here with us tonight, all the folks that are in our community across the country are a big part of our results. We're all a part of those results. So how are we doing this? The what is the vision. Our community change model is designed to take action in service of our vision. It is our how. Fundamentally or foundationally, our how starts with 4 things. We are creating and growing a committed community, diverse in age, socioeconomics, geography, perspectives, and backgrounds. We are recruiting and selecting inspiring young role models from low-income communities to work with us to initiate change from within communities. We are delivering leadership, personal, and professional success resources. We are leveraging our community's collective power, capabilities, and ideas to create fundamental and lasting change. Those are the 4 fundamental hows that feed our community change model. We are winning. We are making a difference that will last. 7 things. We're creating and implementing for-profit and nonprofit initiatives. I mentioned the number 368, and that number is going to grow rapidly as we've invested in our alums as just recently. We are focused on job creation and education reform. We are powering opportunity, choice, and belief. We are changing expectations, norms, and behaviors. In our world, everyone has more to lose and more to gain. Our work is producing lasting generational change for families and communities, and as a result, our growing community of thousands has significantly increased shared understanding, empathy, positivity, entrepreneurialism, and collaboration. We believe these 7 points are what is going to change the world. I ask everybody here today, don't waver, don't drift, don't doubt, double down on us. We will not let you down. The 2 folks coming up after me are exceptional folks. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate it.